everyone, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here and you popped over to see what I am up to. For everyone who is new here, welcome. My name is Janny and I'm doing this all about Christmas channel. Of course, on this channel you will find lots and lots of seasonal decor DIYs and daily decor DIYs. If you like this content and you're not subscribed to my channel, of course, I hope you will click the red subscribe button and give me a thumbs up and hit the bell so you will be notified every time I upload new DIYs. Of course, I keep it short, but if you want to see more DIYs, come on over to my description box. There you find the link for our DIY channel, so go check it out. Enough talking, and we are going to start a brand new DIY. And here you see the supplies we need for this DIY. We need, of course, our tumbling tile blocks. I am using the bigger blocks, and of course you can find the bigger blocks in my description box. There you find a couple of tips where you can find the bigger blocks even when you are not living in the Netherlands like I do. Even outside of the Netherlands you can find the bigger blocks. Of course, I have here my little container with my scissors, my cutters, of course my brushes, some markers, and of course use a paint at your choice. And I use the glue, this glue, and I use the wood glue, but you can use the hot glue. But of course with hot glue always is a little bit tricky that your DIY is falling apart. So I hope maybe you have also the wood glue. It takes a little bit longer of your time, but you still can readjust it a little bit better than with the hot glue. So these are the main pieces we need for this DIY. What we're going to make, of course, we're going to make a dresser, but a seasonal dresser you can use all year round. So what we're going to do first is we're going to make our drawers, and we are going to do 4 blocks in a row. Very easy. Just do some glue on the side, on this side, and on this side, and squeeze them together this way and press it down and make a nice straight line. You see already, like this. Get your wet piece of old towel and just wipe away the glue we don't need, and we're going to let it dry in for a couple of minutes. And of course we are going to make the sides, and we are going to make 3 in a row. Very easy. Again, you glue 1, you glue a number 2, and you press them together this way. Squeeze it and press it down. This, and this is already number 1, and this is number 2. And of course, like you know, we have 4 sides, like always in our in our dresser. So we do this 4 times. And again, make sure, take your time, that you have a nice straight line, because or else it will be a crooked drawer, and we don't want it. And I keep it this drawer very simple. They are so easy to make. And this is already a number 3. And now we go for the last one. And this is again 1 and number 2. And again, press them together, squeeze it, and we're going to let this rest for a couple of minutes. Of course, we are going to wipe away the glue we don't need. Then you get a nicer and cleaner dresser. And again, squeeze it. You see already, if I'm looking correctly, this middle block is really totally out of line with the rest, and I'm really going to pick this one out. Is most of the time is the one with a mark on it. You always have in one package, you have a mark on it. So I try to work with it, but not every time. So for the sides, I'm going to pick another block, because I want to be sure that my drawer is at least in a nice size. And we're going to work this one away later. So my 4 pieces of 3 are dried. What we're going to do, because we're going to place them this way on this side, not this side, but I'm going for the shape for this side. So we're going to go and place them straight up. Oh, you see, already he is not really fond of standing straight up. So I'm going to do some glue on the sides, on this side, and on the other side. And be careful, because it's still not totally dried in yet, so be careful. And of course I have to look for if I do it right. Yes, I do it right. I'm going to do it this way and this way, and I'm going to place it down. And now I'm going to place this one against here, this one against here, and we're closing it up with this one. Very easy, and just give the shape you like. Of course, it has to be a straight line as best as you can. Of course, you see already on the underside it needs a little work over here, and then we're going to press it together and we're going to let this dry. So we did it, let it dry in for a couple of minutes. Now we're going to do some glue in the middle of, not in the middle, at the ending of the opening, so over here. Then when the glue is falling, it's falling inside and not too much on the outside, so be careful. And I'm going to place this exactly on the bottom of our drawer over here. Make sure that you have a nice straight line and do it as in the middle as you can, and we're going to give it a little bit of pressure, and then you already have your first drawer. And it is a little bit of a bigger drawer. If you want to have it lower, then you have to make other measurements, because then you have to take one row off, but you also have to lay down your bottom of your dresser. But I'm going to go for this one. You will see that in a moment. So this is already one of our drawers. And now for everyone who uses the smaller blocks, you go for 4 blocks, glue them together, place this one glued together, and you have already your bottom. I will go for 2 blocks glued together, 2 blocks, and of course ankle in the middle. But I would go for 4 high, and here 4 high, and of course here also 4 high. And then you're going to place it on top of here, and make sure your bottom will be a little bit smaller than your sides, but it doesn't matter, just glue it on top, and then you have the same height like I have with my bigger block. So I would go for the base for this one. So I take a very small pencil and I'm going to go in the inside and look if there is still glue coming out, and then I'm going to wipe away the glue with my brush, because or else it doesn't look very nicely if you want to decorate maybe your drawer, or maybe you want to do something inside. It's not always a nice sight when you have bits of, of glue on the inside. So this is already one of our drawers, and I'm going to make another one, very simple, but I'm going to do it a little bit faster. So you see already, we have already 2 of our drawers finished, and of course we can always choose if we use it this way or we use it this way, but that's later. I'm going to make 4 dresses extra because we need 6 in total, but I will do that out of camera. And here you see our 6 drawers. What we're going to do right now, we're going to make the dresser on 6, of course the base of the dresser, and we are going to first start with the bottom. So we have our 6 drawers. What we're going to do, I'm going to make the dresser, I'd at least call it dresser, but of course the base around the our drawers, and of course it will be always a little bit different than normally. We are going to start with the bottom of 9 blocks. So very easy, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and of course I'm going to look for if all of them are a little bit in a straight line like this. And now we're just going to simply glue them together. It's very easy because we're going to do them in steps. This is 1. I have to turn my glue. This is number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, and the last number 8, because 9 is always the closure up. We're going to squeeze it like this, and we're going to give it a nice straight line, and make sure that we remove our glue, because we don't want too much glue on here. And again, make a nice straight line and let it dry in for at least a couple of minutes. So we already have 1. Now we're going to do again another one of 9, 7, 8, 9. Is everything correctly? You see already we have 9 blocks, and we're going to do the same way like we did with the first one. And I try to do it as fast as I can, so you don't have to wait too long. Over here. And if you have also a DIY that you would love to show us, I hope you give us send us a mail, and of course we would love to see how you make your DIYs, because we can learn from each other. So it would be very nice if we could learn also from the things you are going to make. So again, we have another 1 of 9. We're going to wipe away the glue, and again give it a couple of minutes. Now we have 2 of 9, and now we're going to make 2 of 5. Also very easy, just on the sides. Number 2, number 3, and number 4. And again row them together until one straight line this way, and again another 5 over here. This one and this one, and the last one. And of course also row this one together and give them also a couple of minutes again. So now we have the first layer for our 2 drawers, but because we need 6, so we need a second one, and we need a third one because we do 2 drawers together. So I'm going to need 2 of 9 extra. So very easy, just make 2 pieces of 9 again. So this is already 6, 7, 8 and 9. And again 9. This is 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And we're going to glue them also together, the same like we did with these 2. Then we have all the pieces of the base of our dresser. Here in the Netherlands we call it not a dresser, we call it een ladenkastje. So it's much different than what you call it. Een ladenkastje, that's really a different Dutch word. So you also learn a little bit of Dutch. And we're going to squeeze it together until one straight line again, and also with this one. And for everyone who enjoys, of course, the Dutch language and wants to know more about it, I have also every day on our channels at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. Eastern time. No, that's not true. Of course, I'm thinking about the Dutch way. It's 5 p.m. Eastern time, and there you find every day a Dutch word of the day. So if you are not familiar with it, of course, I hope you come along and go to see the community post, and there you will find the Dutch word of the day every day at 5 p.m. And I hope a lot of people enjoy it, but of course there you see how much different there is, and sometimes in English and in Dutch. So again, we're going to wipe away the glue, and we make a straight line. Of course, our piece is already falling down, and this way. And we're going to give this one also a couple of minutes to dry. So we have our 4 pieces of 9, and what we're going to need, we need of course 6 pieces of 5, but we have already 2. So we need 4 pieces of 5 extra. So very easy, and of course don't worry, I will not do everything together with you. So don't worry, I will do this one, and the rest I will do a little bit faster. And again, make a nice straight line and give it a little time to dry, because that's the most important, especially when it is a little bit of a rainy day, because here in the Netherlands we have a lot of rainy days, and you can always notice when it is raining, the glue is always sticking less, so we take our time for it. So you see we have our 4 pieces of 9, and we have our 6 pieces of 5. What I'm going to do, because I'm going to try in the middle to have also a little wall, but I don't know if the fitting is quite right, but I'm going to try. So I'm going to make 3 pieces of 4. I don't know if I will use them So that's why it's better that I make it, then you don't have to do it. If it is nothing, you don't have to you don't have to do it. And I can do the experiment and you can only watch, and this is not what I want, this is what I want and not what I want. So you can choose which part you take out and which part you leave. That's why this is an experiment, so you can watch it and learn from it and don't make the mistakes that I do. So I'm going to go again of 4 pieces because, and over here I'm going to glue them together. And the blocks for this package, I have a couple of packages in my box, and this package is really bad. I don't know what happened with when they saw it, but it is really one big mess. Really it is. Everything is out of line, is crooked. It is really so bad. But we don't let us discourage, because we're going further and further, and we're just going to try, and we're going to use the blocks, because throwing away is not an option, because it's always money. So I'm going to again squeeze it, press it together. I'm going to let it dry. So I have all my pieces. What I'm going to do, because this is one is a bottom, we have one of 5 will be glued on the side. Oh, you see already. I'm going to place this one over here and this one over here, and here is again a 1 of 5, and then you glue a 1 of 9 again in the inside. So very easy, like this. You just make kind of a box. And I chose for not to do a backside, because I want to have mine in the middle of my kitchen counter, because I can get the drawers on one side and on the other side. So you can get it over here and you can get it over here. But of course, if you want to have a backside, it's very easy. Just count out the blocks and you already have your backside. But I'm not going for it. I have here the 1 of 4 we made, and if everything correctly, you can place it exactly in the middle. And of course there's a little opening, because these 4 are a little bit smaller than when you are doing this together. So it is a little bit work with it, and we will see how I come out. Maybe you say I'm not going to do it, because you get a little opening over here. If I'm going to place it lower, of course it's also a possibility, but then you get on the top an opening on the top side of your dresser. So I'm not really knowing if I'm going to do it or not, but I like the divider in between. So I have a little bit of thinking to do. So you see here I am a little bit puzzling where I want to have it. You see over here, if I am doing the dividers in between here, then it looks very nice, but then we can do lose 1 block of the 1 of the 5. You see here, then you can, from the 5 you can have 2 5 and 1 of 4, then he is fitting correctly. So I'm still debating what I'm going to do, of if I'm going to leave this top extra open, that I can decorate the top also. So I am a little bit debating what I want to do. So I am still, but I just thought I will take you along, and so you can see what I mean, that I have a piece over here if I am going to do it this way. This is fitting all very nicely, so this is great, but I have to think about this one, if I'm going to take one off, or maybe if I can make a little corner on the back side also, that I can decorate. So I think the light is burning inside me, that I saw the light. At least I hope I saw the light. I take the 6 pieces of 5, and first I'm going to glue 3 of them together. These are the sides of the dresser, so this is what I'm going to do first, before I'm going to do the rest, to make sure that both of the sides are the same length. So this way, and I'm going to do this one and the other one. And of course you can also turn around, but make sure that both of the sides are the same length. And this way, see, if I have measured them, they are now exactly the same. But I did have to turn one of them, because if I did 3 the way that one was shorter than the other, so I turned a couple of them, and now I have 3 pieces of the same length. I hope I make sense because I hear myself talking and I think, what are you saying? You know what I mean. Sometimes you have to turn the blocks a little bit to get the measurement you need. So we are going to give this some rest. Like I told you, I heard myself saying, and I want to be sure that you understand. What I mean is, if you have 3 pieces and you want to glue 2 of them together, you see already this one is a little bit shorter. Maybe this one is fitting better. And this is what you also do with the 3 parts of 5. Just look for which one are fitting the best together to make the same straight line for the sides of your dresser. That's what I mean. Just work a little bit, look for which one is better. That's what I mean, because I don't want you to be confused. What does he mean? In the meantime, while this is drying, I'm going to get 3 blocks of 3, and you see later what we're going to do with it. And of course, again, also with this one, be sure that we have the same length. You see already, this one is a little bit shorter, and I don't know where it is, but one of them is shorter than the other one, and we don't want that. And I think this one is also a little bit shorter. So we take another block, because here we have to be sure that all of them are the same length. It's not totally. Maybe if I do this one. And this is what I mean. Sometimes you have to work a little bit, especially when the blocks are really offline. Offline, that sounds really, really strange. Again, I'm going to glue them together. And this way. And this way on the tops, squeeze it and press it together. We're going to do the same with this one on the top and over here, and we're going to squeeze it together and we're going to let it rest also a couple of minutes. So now we're going to get one of the 9 blocks, this one, you see, which we use as a bottom, a top and 2 middle shelves. We're going to place this over here. We're going to get one of the 3 blocks and we're going to glue it on top. This way, just do some glue on the top. We're going to turn it over very carefully and we're going to place it at the ending. And this way. And we're going to do with this one the same. We do some glue over here in the middle. This way. And we're going to place this one on the other side, also at the ending, and make sure that you have a straight line, and we're going to let this dry in. So now we hope the best the best for it, that it will fit everything. We're going to place this one. You see how easy this one also was. We're going to place this one of 9 apart, and we're going to start with our sides, putting them straight up. We're going to get one of the sides and we're going to fit them inside. So we're going to go over here and over here. So I'm going to do some glue on all 3 of them. So again, over here, some glue, and on the other side, and we're going to place it over here. Be careful. This way. We're going to do the other one also over here, and you see already I'm doing it already wrong. We don't have to do glue on this side, we only do glue on this side. That's why it's better that I do it already for you, then I can make the mistakes, because I was already not paying attention. And of course this one on the tops over here, and also mistakes are belonging with DIY, so don't worry about it. And again, place it over here, and we're going to do with the other one in a moment the same. But first, what I'm going to do, we need the pieces in between like this. So we need, of course, some glue on this side and on this side, and we're going to place them in between, but in the middle of the, you have 9 blocks, 1 2 3 4 5, and 5 is the half block. So we're going to glue this one in the half over here, and we're going to place this one, of course, also in the half over here, and this way. We're going to do with this one the same. Do some glue on the top, and on the other side. And again, we're going to place this a little bit up, and we could place this in the half of the 5, and we're going to close it up also in the half of the 5, and not press everything together, just lay it gently together. Then we can still adjust it, but that's the great thing about wood glue, you still can redo it, and we give it later a paint color so you don't see it anymore. Again, a half over here, and we're going to get this one, and this of course the rooftop, and we are going to do some glue. Of course, on this one is already some glue, and we do now on this top and on this top also glue. And then I hope that everything is sticking together because it's not totally dry yet. But I always say it can dry better when everything is fitting together. So that's always, so I hope everything will stay this way. And I'm going to place it over here. And of course also on the 5. Now we're going to place the sides together very gently. And we're going to place this one together. And very gently, and then work a little bit with it so you have the shape you like. And the middle pieces you still can readjust the way you like it. And of course we are going to still need to work with it, and I'm going to give it a couple of hours to rest. So I place you a little bit closer because everyone who uses the smaller blocks, of course you need 7 blocks high this way, 7, 7, 7. So you have 4 rows of 7, glue them together until one base, and this will be the bottom, the top and the 2 shelves. So you need make 4 of this kind of shelves of blocks like this. Then we do the sides, and you need 2 sides, and it is a lot of 7 blocks, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, and 7 is of course 7 high, and you need 7 wide, and you need 2 of them. Then you could do this kind of planks. You're going to place 1 on the bottom because the sides will be under the bottom. So you will be placing it this way against here, not on top, but against here. So you need 1 over here on the bottom, you need 1 between 2 and 3, you need 1 between 4 and 5, and 1 between 6 and 7. And then you have a piece over here, but of course I would flip it over, would use this as legs, and then you have a plain top and you have a nice legs on top of here. That's the way I would make it if I would use the smaller blocks. So you see already a little peek of the dresser and of course of my little drawers. But I was thinking maybe I like a little simple and easy a lid on top. So I am going to glue 4 blocks together like this, and over here, and this one. And we're going to place this one. It's very simple, of 4. This way, but of course you don't have to do it. This is something I like. You don't have to do it, of course. I'm going to do it this way, and I'm going to let it dry, and I'm going to make 6 of them, of course, because we have 6 drawers. So I'm going to do 6 of them, and then we're going to place 2 blocks over here because we want to be sure that the lid is not falling off, but that's later. First I'm going to make 6 of this one. So all 6 of them are here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take 1 loose block, and you see where I've already the lid on. I'm going to do some glue in the middle, and I'm going to place this one also in the middle this way. Make sure that you have it in the middle because it has to fit on top of your drawer. And again, a little glue in the middle, and just place this one also in the middle. I'm going to do all 6 of them so I am sure that my lid is not falling off. So I have a block on all of them because now they don't fall off our drawer. If you want to make them from the smaller blocks, the lid is always the same like the bottom of your drawer. So if you have your drawer, I think it was 4, so 2 pieces of 4 if I'm correctly glued together, and this way you also make your own lid for on top of your drawer. So if it is fitting and you want to make them, it's very easy also, just the bottom of your drawer. So now we're going to paint all the pieces, and I do it in one color. I'm a little bit of the sandy color. I hope I can show it to you in a moment because everything is under the paint over here. So I'm doing my best. So you see, this is the color I'm going to use. It's a little bit of white. So I'm going to do my drawers and my dresser, and of course the lids, all of them in the same color. Very easy. So you see, I think it's a very nice color, but of course it's not everyone's cup of tea. So do the color you like. Of course, I will do it a little bit faster. And you see already everything is painted in the same color. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my tags, and I'm going to, these are sticker tags, and I'm going to place one on the front side and on the back side of my drawer. Of course, you can find them anywhere. And if you want to give it the seasonal Christmas thing, you can get tags for Christmas. And of course, you can also do maybe some for the Easter, or maybe something for 4th of July. It doesn't matter. You can change it up any way you like, but you also can go for, I'm going for the neutral, so I can use it all year round. So I'm going to do on the front, you see already, it's a very handy sticker. At least if I am, I say it's handy, and it is really, it is really handy. And you see this, just a very simple brown, and I'm going to place it. I'm laying it down and I'm placing it in the middle. At least I'm going to try to get it in the middle. And I'm going to do it, of course, on both sides. And this way. And I'm going to do all of them with the same sticker. So, and with the second one, I'm going to use this one as an example and lay them next to each other, so I can easily get them all on the same height. So use it as an example, and then you have all of the stickers on the same side. So you see already they are both equal. And you see here I did all the little drawers with my simple sticker, just a simple brown sticker, because I think it's for the for me at least, it's for every season. What I'm going to do, you can do on the front, you need a knob to open up your dresser, but you can use maybe a knob of a door, you can use some bead, but I'm going to go for some twine. I'm going to place this aside. And what I'm going to do it very easy. I'm going to make 12 of this one. I'm going to do 3 layers of my twine. So very simple, just 3 the piece of twine. I'm going to double it up and keep the top, and make sure that we have the line over here. And of course I need to do one extra, because or else I don't have the line. I'm going to place it, make a little top, and I'm going to turn it on a couple of times. I'm going to do some glue, and I'm going to cut off the rest. So it's very easy to make. And you see I have all the little tassels finished. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my hot glue, and I'm going to glue them on top of here. So this way, and I'm going to do it with all of them on each side, one tassel. So very easy, just do some glue on the back side. And I'm going to place it in the middle over here. And this way, and I'm going to keep it in place for a little moment. And then, so I'm going to do all pieces the same way. So you see, I have all my little tassels on top. Now we only need to place our lid on top. And I am so happy how our cute little boxes turned out, which we can do in our dresser. So everything keeps dust free. So I am really happy with the result. Of course, in a moment you see a quick impression how I decorated. And here you see finally a quick impression of my tumbling tile blocks dresser, and I had so much fun making it. It was a little bit of an experiment, but of course I'm really happy how he is turned out. Of course you can reach the drawers on both sides, and I am really loving that, especially also the lid on top, so nothing gets dusty what's inside. Of course, I hope you took out your tumbler towel blocks too and did this DIY together with me, and you have right now your own cute little dresser with your own twist on it, so it makes most unique. Of course, I hope if you like this content and you're not subscribed to my channel, of course, I hope you will click the red subscribe button and give me a thumbs up and hit the bell so you will be notified every time I upload new DIYs. For more DIYs, come on over to my description box. There you find the link for our DIY channels. Everyone, thank you so much for being here and spending a little moment of your day together with me. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.